Hey, how you doing? Just another couple quick thoughts for you today. Now, there's some things that have been just going through my mind, some things that the Lord's been teaching me, showing me. This is definitely not an exhaustive study. This is just the beginning. But it's beginning to change some things of how I think, how I see things, and it's changing my day-to-day life and my future. Yep, have I got your attention yet? All right, my topic that the Lord's been dealing with me about is kingdom connections. Come on now. And I can't talk for everybody, but I'll talk for me and I'll talk for some guys that I believe every man needs to have a divine kingdom connection in their life. I began studying the story of Jonathan and David, and I even taught on that on here. And I believe every man needs to have divine kingdom connections where you have a strong, intimate bond with other men, of course, non-sexual, but a strong, intimate bond where you can trust each other. You become like brothers. There's a loyalty. If something happens to me, you know they're going to be right there to help you and to pray for you. And if something happens to them, you will lay down what's going on in your life and you will pray for them. And you will actually pray until you see the breakthrough. Not some of this and lay me down to sleep and hopefully they don't die. Goodbye. And I'm kind of busy. But actually intercede for people. Divine kingdom connections are so different than just having friends. Oh, hallelujah. See, I had prayed for years that God would give me friends, especially after I became a Christian, because before that, I always had groups of people around me. And then I get in church and then there's nobody. And you spend years with no friends and no one to call and no one to hang out with and no one really to talk to. So I prayed for a long time for friends, that God would give me friends, and he didn't. And I'm glad he didn't, because those that he did bring in, they were friendly and we have a good time hanging out together. But there's a difference. You see, a friend is someone that you can just hang out with, be entertained, play board games, watch a movie, have a good time, conversations, and that's great. That's great to do that, but there's no divine connection. It's like Christian music. You can have entertainment where, yep, this is great, it's entertaining, it's fun. You're not listening to cuss words or anything bad like that. If you're hearing noise, it's my coffee. Yep, chocolate raspberry. Hallelujah. That's partly from God too. But friends will come in and help fill some of that loneliness, some of that void. And it's good to have friends, hang out with, spend time with, maybe do a cookout, whatever. And there's nothing wrong with that. But that does not make a divine connection. It doesn't mean that God brought them into your life for his purpose. Or maybe he did, but you're only seeing them as a friend and never moving into the God's purpose for both of you. There's a difference between a friend and a divine connection, because when it's a godly connection, your spirit jumps, their spirit jumps. You know that there's something that God has for you. He wants you to meet each other. He wants you to talk and hang out. There may be things in the future he wants you to do, but there's a divine connection with a synergy, which means that when you are working together with them, even spending time with them, that is more powerful than when you are separate. See, a friendship might be like a cup of hot cocoa. Feels good, tastes good. Hot cocoa is great. I drink hot cocoa all year round. Actually, I make my own homemade, and I do have some during the summer too. Anyway, but if you add a peppermint stick to that hot cocoa, you add some whipped cream and some chocolate sprinkles, hallelujah, come on. See, there's a difference between a friendship and a divine connection. I may have fun, I may smile at you, and we might have a good time talking together. But when it's a divine connection, there's this energy. The presence of God shows up when you are talking. The presence of God shows up when you are together. Even if it's just through text or over the phone, because you may live in other states. I have divine connections with people that live in other states, but I trust them to the point where I could say anything to them, unfiltered. Here it is. This is what's going on. I need prayer. Don't have to play around with all the little religious words and try to look spiritual, but just here it is. And not hiding anything back. Be completely honest with people. Divine connections are completely different than having friendships. Entertaining Christian music, great, listen to, enjoy it, have fun, but it's not worship. When you actually get into worship and you connect with the presence of God, everything changes in your life. You change, your thoughts change, your body changes. There's healing, there's wholeness, there's deliverance. That's so different than just entertainment. I'm not against entertainment. I'm not against having friends. I didn't say that. But do you have worship? Do you have divine kingdom relationships? I've discovered that when you are with divine kingdom friends, that what it does is the presence of God will pull things out of you that you didn't even know were in there anymore that he needs to heal. Things in your personality, things in your thought patterns, why you respond the way you respond. You might not even be aware of it. You've been doing this since you were a small kid, and this is why, and the Lord will then bring it to the surface, and you have a safe person, a safe place that you can talk to, process it together, and then pray together and see God move. You know, when I was in my 20s, I thought different. Priorities were different. Now that I'm in my 50s, I think differently than all that. You start to see what's really more important. It's not important for me to have friends anymore. What's important is divine kingdom relationships. I could go the rest of my life with no friends if I have the divine kingdom relationships that God had planned for me, the people that he wants in my life, and be completely satisfied. No loneliness, no, wonder why nobody likes me. All that is part of that friendship thing. Because you can see people, but still feel lonely. You can hang out with people, but still don't feel like you're connected or you're a part of it. There is a big, big difference. And divine connections are what we really need. That's the plan and the purpose of God. I hope you're hearing my heart today. And I'm going to ask you to go ahead and spend some time in prayer and say, Lord, show me. Open my eyes and show me who are friends and who are divine connections. Because when you know this is just a friend, enjoy them. Enjoy spending time with them. Go get coffee, tea, whatever you want to do. Enjoy them, but know they're just friends. But when they're a divine connection in your life, that's your priority. Know who those people are. Ask the Lord to show you. Say, Lord, give me some more divine connections. Show me who those people are. And he'll show you. You'll know. You'll know. Hallelujah. So I'm not going to pray for you. I'm going to ask you to go pray for yourself. And for God to give you discernment and to open your eyes to show you the truth of who is who in your life. Now, go make a cup of hot cocoa, add a peppermint stick, some whipped cream, a little chocolate sprinkles right there, because I'm about to go have my chocolate raspberry coffee. Goodbye.